Hi, welcome to your MAT 043 Blackboard Tour. This video is going to quickly run through the Blackboard course associated with your MAT 043 course. We're going to talk about several resources as well as just some nuances to make you aware of. First off, make sure that you are able to navigate to and log into Blackboard using your CPCC student login. Once you are logged into Blackboard, you should have some Fall 2020 classes listed. Under your Fall 2020 classes, you should see one that's labeled MAT 043. You may notice that I only have MAT 043 01C. I actually have 01C and 03C, but they're all in the same Blackboard course. So go ahead and even if your section number doesn't seem to be there, go ahead and click on the Blackboard course and read your first day announcement. Alright, so this is the inside of the Blackboard course, and you'll notice in the welcome announcement, your first day announcement, that it actually tells you that you are here for MAT 01C and 03C. So this verifies that you are in the correct section. If you are not, or you do not see your section number listed in your first day announcement, and it may or may not be 1 and 3, then make sure that you email your instructor and ask about your section. So first things first, we want to make sure that we have read this entire announcement. It's long, but that's okay. Check when your first day of class is and your first meeting time. It should be down here under your first day of class information. You'll also notice that you'll have an instructor email address listed here. I'm showing my email address, but your instructor's email address will be listed here. And there's some other information that's really important about getting started. If you are interested in knowing more about the syllabus and the course information, you're going to need to navigate to that page, and you'll have a section that talks about your course navigation, and then you'll have a syllabus and pace guide that is linked here. It may also be embedded here, but it should be a downloadable version for you to save and use throughout the course. Once you've read through your syllabus and downloaded your pace, the next thing you want to do is visit your instructor page. So my name is Randy Howell, so I'm the instructor for this course. You may have a different instructor listed, and that's fine, but your instructor information should be here. There's also the information for the co-requisite course chair. So if at any time you have concerns about your instructor or a policy or anything, you can also reach out to the co-rec chair. For course questions, you should really contact your instructor first though. Next, let's visit our coursework page. So when you come to your coursework page, you're going to have a Start Here folder. So you want to click on your Start Here folder, and this is going to give you a whole bunch of information that reinforces what's in the syllabus and goes through a few additional pieces of information. So make sure that you go through Read Here, and at the bottom, you have to mark Reviewed. So once you've marked Reviewed, you'll need to go back to your Coursework tab, and your next folder will open up. And so you will notice that at the end of every folder, you're going to have some kind of submission or mark reviewed or assignment that you're going to need to complete in order for your next folder to pop open. So here we have an introductory discussion board, and we've also got your EVA. So this is like your syllabus quiz. This does count. You get 3 attempts, and it'll only count the highest grade. But be sure that you complete this EVA. And then once you complete the EVA, you'll have some additional information that will pop up, and you can go through the course before your Unit 1 folder will pop up. Okay, so that was a lot of information. Keep in mind the first day and the first week is going to have a lot of getting started activities and getting you into the course and moving through the online courseware. So there might feel like there's more stuff in this week 1, but it's just trying to get everything set up for you. So the next thing I want to draw your attention to, and we'll come back to coursework in a few minutes, but the next thing is your WebEx classroom. So you're expected to attend a WebEx session every class meeting at the class meeting day and time. You can find that information in your course syllabus. The WebEx classroom is a virtual classroom. You will meet online in a WebEx classroom setting. And the instructor during that time will go over lessons, lectures, activities, and Q&A. So it's really imperative that you attend the WebEx classroom on a regular basis, and you're expected to be there. The WebEx classroom link may be named WebEx Classroom, WebEx, Meets, or Virtual Classroom, just depending on the verbiage your instructor uses. But look for one of those links, and then go ahead and click on it. Now, I'm the instructor in this course, so your side may look a little bit different from mine. My upcoming events say to prepare, so I would prepare the meeting or I would host the meeting. You guys should have a button that says join or sign on. So you would just, on the day and time of your scheduled class, so for instance, Tuesday, August 11th at 9:30, you would come and you would just click join, and you would automatically be redirected into a WebEx room. If you have trouble accessing WebEx, please notify your instructor the day of or earlier. It's really important that we as instructors understand what our students have access to and may not have access to. And if you're having technical issues, please let us know so that we can help you or find help for you. So this is where you would go to join the WebEx virtual classroom setting. Next is your discussion. So most instructors will have some kind of discussion board, but not very many. So most of us will have some kind of welcome introduction, and it's just a way for us to get to know you and build community. The other one will be an Ask Your Instructor board. So this will be a discussion board that you can post to if you run into questions about the math content, about the course navigation, about due dates, in case you want to post instead of email. We always encourage students to post your question because other students probably have the same question. So keep in mind that this will also be linked in the coursework section once you get through that EVA. So lastly, let's look at our resources tab. So resources have a lot of information for you. It's again got some course navigation details, but it's also got a list of resources and services offered by the college, and it has a list of technology requirements. You'll need to make sure that you have the technology requirements needed to be successful in this course. But if you do not, please contact your instructor and let them know as soon as possible. So again, they can help you find resources so that you can stay on track for this hybrid course. The last thing we'll do is we'll look at our grades. So this is your grade book, and here you'll see your grades. So right now we haven't started class yet, so we don't have any grades, but it shows you all the graded activities. You will have a graded assignment of some kind in Blackboard every single week. Sometimes you may have more than one graded activity. It's really important that you make sure you do your Blackboard activity every single week. This is what counts towards your attendance in a hybrid class. If you do not complete your Blackboard activity or Blackboard assignment on time, then you may be marked absent for that week. Be sure to do that every week, finish those assignments, and get your attendance counted, and it counts towards your grade. All right, so I told you we would go back to coursework, so let's do that next. All right, so here we are. We have our coursework tab open again, and I've unlocked a few extra things just so I can show you. So once you finish that EVA, you will actually go through an enrollment verification activity, which is the EVA, and then a netiquette and web conferencing quiz. And that's just to make sure that we're all communicating appropriately in a hybrid online setting. You'll see that at that point, once you've completed both of those assignments, your Ask Your Instructor discussion will pop up so that you have access to it. Your scientific calculator will always be linked in the main coursework file or page. And then the next folder to pop up will be your Unit 1 folder. So the course is broken into 4 units. You will have 1 folder per unit, and inside each unit folder, you will have weekly folders. This is just to help make sure that you are on task each week with what you need to do. So you'll notice that the Unit 1 folder is labeled. It has everything that is expected of you for that Unit 1. If you click on the Unit 1 folder, the first thing that'll pop up is your Connect Math link and then your Week 1 assignment. So if you click on that Unit 1 folder, the first thing that you're going to see is this Week 1 folder. You'll get your Connect Math link after you've registered for your course. So in your Week 1 folder, you'll see everything that is going to be covered in this week and any assignments that are due. So if we click into that folder, we see repeated what Week 1 includes, and as far as your submissions, what those look like. And then they're due at the end of the week at 11:59. And I'm always going to refer you back to your PACE guide. Make sure that you check on the due dates that are listed in your PACE guide. You are responsible for meeting those due dates. In the Week 1 folder, we've got several things going on. We've got our growth mindset assessment and little follow-up. And then we've got how to register for your Connect Math, and you will have your course code there. you will also start getting your notes. So all of the notes in this course are linked PDFs, and they are fillable so that you can actually come in here and save them and either print them if you have access to a printer at home, or you should be able to fill them in if you have Adobe on your computer. If this is not a successful way of note-taking, please contact your instructor. We're happy to provide an alternative format for the notes if necessary. And you can always take your own notes. These are supposed to be guided fill-in-the-blank notes to help keep students on track and on target. But if you prefer to take your own notes in your own notebook, that is perfectly fine. We just ask that you please label them and keep them in order so that when you submit your notebook check, it will be easier for us to grade. So this is what the graded notes look like. And then I just talked about a notebook check. So let me tell you a little bit about that. If we go back one folder, we go back into our Unit 1 folder, you're actually going to see all the week folders that are in here, but Week 2 folder will not open until it's assigned to open. So for this one, August 17th. But at the end of every unit, you're going to have a notebook check, and you are expected to upload your notes. Your Unit 2 folder, or your next unit folder, I should say, will not open until you have completed your notebook check. You are expected to submit a notebook check at the end of each unit for that unit. It can be a PDF file of all your notes. It can be pictures from your notebook at home. If you've printed the notes and you filled them in, it can be those pictures. But you do need to have all of your notes in your notebook. If you're unsure what constitutes notes, go back to that Start Here folder and reread through that. There is a description of what your notebook should look like. And so that's basically how the course will flow. There will be a new folder that'll open each week. You are expected to complete everything in that weekly folder on time and in line with the PACE guide. If you have questions or get stuck, please don't hesitate to ask for help and reach out to your instructor. The instructor information can be found in the Instructor tab on Blackboard and various other places throughout the course. Please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out for help if you need it. This was a quick tour of your MAT 043 course. It does not cover everything that is in the course, but it does give you an idea of the course flow and the structure. If you have questions, reach out to your instructor. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.